Trav and I have ties, like Pasco Valana is somebody that I credit my entire career to. And for those who don't know who he is, he's an incredible coach and mentor out of Vancouver. He's a goalie coach. And until I got linked up with him and the advice that he gave in those early years of going to junior and ending up at the U.S. program and going to college and getting drafted, like he was there to help guide. And I had a lot of questions, of what I should do. I didn't know what college hockey was. I didn't know what the NTDP was. I was born and raised in Vancouver. I was going to the Dub. Like that was the only road that existed.
Yeah, man. Boy, have things changed.
But oh my God, and the new rule change that's allowing those guys to come to the CHL's done.
Yeah,
you think the CHL is cooked?
College. It's crazy.
You think the CHL is cooked with the NCAA CHL rule?
Yeah, it's cooked. I really do. I think it's now a farm system to the NCAA now, especially when you have NIL. So when you're, you can play in college till you're 25.
Exactly.
You're gonna go to the CHL. It's now the BCHL of hockey, right? It's a feeder. So you're going to go there if you're not ready to come to college and play with 25-year-olds. If you're a 16-year-old kid, it's like, oh, we'll go play for the Vancouver Giants for a while.
Right.
Then we'll call you up when we're ready. Then you got 4 more years to play in college. If you're an undrafted player, like you're going to make $100,000 a year. This is a great deal. I think it's a great thing. It strengthens I'm a little biased towards the college system, but it strengthened the hell out of that. And it's going to provide, I think it provides a good bridge, because when you were living the junior life, you're still living with a billet. You're a kid. You're really a kid. And going to college gives you the opportunity to get on your own, start to develop a budget, start to live the life of a pro. You don't play as many games, but you're definitely in an extremely professional environment, right? If you look at the coaching staffs of those teams, not that the Dub and the CHL don't have great coaching staffs, but you're just seeing this massive move towards the college direction. And I think it's great. And you have an opportunity to get an education while you're playing, and you grow up a lot. You grow up a lot very quickly. And like I said, you're by yourself and you're doing it.
I'm sure you saw it with McKenna. He got like $700,000 just for signing to Penn State. And he had 1 more year left in Medicine Hat, said, give me the cash money, see you later. Like what you just mentioned.
Yeah, I'm no dummy. I would have done the same thing, right? And when you go and you see these environments, like I know the CHL's got some cool environments. Like I'm sure playing for London's awesome, or you're playing, but you go see some of these collegiate. You go down to Arizona State. Talk about how easy it is to recruit. You go to a Penn State, you go to a Michigan, you go to Minnesota, you go to North Dakota. Just some of the best facilities I ever played in my life, better than NHL facilities.
Ever been to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan before, or Swift Current?
No. See, unfortunately, I missed the Brandon Wheat Kings on my journey.
Hey,
but
you know what? Dave talks about the buildings that smell like old churches. The Prince Albert Raiders Arena. That's an experience. Maybe that's like go into town, go for lunch, stop at the gift shop, and keep on driving type of deal. But it's definitely worth the experience. Maybe not 8 months of it. And we love the great people of Prince Albert.
Until you've come out of the first intermission in Kazakhstan and you see the whole arena full of cigarette smoke because everyone just lit up during the break because they're just waiting. I don't want to hear about tough arenas.
I've coached games in Pegwas, Manitoba, so I know all about that.
Here you go. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with this direction. I think the move is great. I think it's going to give the kids in the CHL another opportunity to continue their career. You're definitely 99% of the guys are not pro ready at 20. And so to have another place that you can go after you've played a few years in what is a good league in the CHL, come down to college, and it's a good next step towards making pro hockey better.
I can't help but think, but all the people hacking up darts between warm-ups and the start of the game, what a sick light show with all the smoke just kind of coming up to the top.
It was like I didn't need it in going into the third, but it was it was cool for a warm up.
Chris, do you feel the same way whenever you walk into like an old grandma's or like a grandpa's house? It just like it reeks like cigarette smoke, and they're like, I don't want to smoke myself, but I like the scent of it. Do you feel the same way?
Even if they didn't smoke, it feels like it smells like that. Like there's just like a must, that's in the air. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me to walk into an old cigarette house. There's definitely some nostalgia. It's just like when you walk into an old shitty like city rink and you smell the Zamboni fumes and you're like, give me all that.
The diesel.
Give me all that. I want it.
I can't help but think of when you mentioned about the CHL becoming a feeder to the NCAA, kind of foreshadowing The smart people of Canada will go to the U.S. for economic opportunities, and the smart players will go from the CHL to the NCAA for great hockey opportunities. It's just a feeder system from north to south.
It is, and it would not surprise me. I mean, I'm another one of those statistics. I came down here, still here, right? There's going to be a lot of guys that come down to the States, play in these environments, make relationships, find wives, find girlfriends that are from those areas. They're going to stay. They're not going to go back.
Well,
that's my call.
And it's funny because, I mean, as a Canadian, a lot of them don't realize that the place you're in is not exactly a hockey hotbed, but it is becoming more of a hockey, petri dish, if you will.
Where, in the U.S.?
Yeah, especially like in Middle America.
Yes. I mean, Nebraska Omaha is an extremely competitive team. They've done such a great job growing the game here across all the states. Of course, the people, when Wayne came down here, that was massive. You get someone like Austin Matthews from Arizona. You get guys from Texas that are making it, Florida that are making it. The game is growing. There's a lot of money down here. There's a lot of money being spent. The travel hockey, I'm sure, just the same as up there, is just getting out of control. So it's growing at a massive, massive rate, and cities are making investments into more arenas. I'm seeing it here in Nebraska. I'm seeing it all over the Midwest.
Well, I'm old enough to remember the Axar Bend Knights. And that whole, that whole debacle. We can't call it Nebraska.
Yeah, I was going to say the little known fact is Ak-Sar-Ben is just Nebraska backwards.
Exactly. So. What a creative way. And I still don't fully understand why they weren't able to do that. It's because there was another team that already had a deal in place. I can't remember exactly, but there was a team in the American League, the Ak-Sar-Ben Knights, for a period of time that was playing out of Nebraska but could not call themselves Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And it was also a part of the city is called the Ak-Sar-Ben part of the city. So it was maybe a little bit to do with that. But, I mean, they played out of an old horse race track. The Omaha Lancers moved in there, and that's what it was when I was going to college at Nebraska Omaha. Is they had a rink there. The junior team was playing an old, it was literally an old racetrack.
Wow.
It's obviously turned down now, but it's what they've done such a great job in the Midwest, having minor hockey team or minor pro teams move into these areas, into Des Moines, into Utah, into Vegas, into some of these places where you get some coast teams in there. It boomed. I mean, people love hockey. If you go watch one hockey game live, I'd be shocked if you're not hooked. And it's just took off in so many of these places. Now you get a team isn't there a team in Palm Springs now? Like, isn't there, come on, where was this shit when I was around?
Yeah, right.
I was in Worcester, cleaning up in the shitholes of the Northeast. I didn't get any of these fun trips. I was Peoria, Illinois. No offense to the Peoria Ice, but I mean, you're not Vegas.
This was a clip for a full-length show. If you want to watch the full episode of the clip you just saw, click right here. You get the full show, and they go up live every single Sunday. If you want more clips of what you just saw, click right here. You can see the next great hit.